Parlez-vous en français or in Kuburundi? But I'm going to give it a crack. So, Muri, amahoro.
Amahoro, amahoro.
Rugamba we ibinamu munani rugamba weho ibicaniro vyaza rugamba we wararaye umwengo rugamba weho umwengo nanje nararaye umwengo kuntango yugwagwa umwengo kuntango yubuke wararaye rugamba we wararaye rugamba we naraye nanje nararaye wararaye rugamba we ho wararaye kuntango yubuki wararaye kuntango yugwagwa wararaye kuntango yubuki wararaye rugamba we ho wararaye nanje nararaye
Parlez-vous en français or in Kuburundi? But I'm going to give it a crack. So, Muri, amahoro.
Amahoro, amahoro.
I'm going to acknowledge a few important people in the room. My very good friend and state colleague, the Honourable Zoe Bettison, Minister for Multiculturalism, and her lovely husband, Isaac, but also Councillor Tanya Smiljanik, who is here representing the Mayor for the City of Playford. Very, very good speech. Under a lot of pressure. It's hard when there's someone translating the whole time. I've got a lot easier. But also to President Emmanuel and the entire board here, congratulations on what I believe is a fantastic event. And for me, importantly, this is not my first time here, but this is the first time I get to help celebrate Burundian Independence Day. So thank you very much for inviting me. I feel absolutely honoured to have been able to be here for the entirety of this evening's proceedings. When Emmanuel asked me to speak tonight, he asked me to talk about the connection between the motherland and what Australia has to offer, and I'm going to try and condense it into as shorter space of time as I possibly can, but we have to acknowledge the fact that independence is not just given to people, it's hard fought and it's a struggle. And for the young people in the room here, you'll hear your parents and your grandparents talk about just how hard it is back home. And I had the very good fortune to be exposed to a small piece of what that life can be like in the refugee camps in Kenya. And it is tough. And there isn't much food, and the rooms are 3 by 3 if you're lucky. That's probably considered the Taj Mahal in Kakuma refugee camp. So when your parents speak about the hardship that they have gone through to create an opportunity in this country, it has not been without blood, sweat and tears. And it's why I want to really emphasise the importance of days like today where we recognise our forebears and the struggles that they have gone through to win independence, but also maintain identity, travel to a foreign country and establish your own sense of community here in what I consider one of the greatest parts of Australia in the northern suburbs of Adelaide. Now, we have the second largest diaspora in the country here in South Australia, of which 70% of that diaspora resides out here in the northern suburbs. So we're extremely lucky to have such a great representation here. But your parents and grandparents have fought extremely hard for you to have an opportunity. The young people up the back who have been enjoying tonight, the young drummers here, extremely hard for you to have an opportunity at economic empowerment. And the best way for you to do that is to seek out and put in a lot of hard work for a good education, whether that be an apprenticeship to become a builder, a boiler maker, an electrician, or to go through a university pathway and become a doctor, an engineer, or anything else that's on offer at our fantastic education establishments, not just here in South Australia, but right across the country. if you embrace that opportunity, the world is your oyster and opportunity is afforded to all. So my challenge to all of you today is, whilst we remember the struggles of our forebears, seize the opportunity that's before you, apply yourself at school and seek that economic empowerment that you so deserve, and rightly so. So, Emmanuel, thank you very much once again for having me here tonight. I have got one more thing to say and I've forgotten it because that's what happens apparently in the car. Badukoreye or Mercy, thank you.
Murakoze cyane.
Thank you so much.
Tubandanye dusaba mu buhinga bw'ivyuma mwitegure.
Please keep warming up our food.
Turaje
We are coming. Few steps ahead, we are coming.
This is that time
Uyu ni wa mwanya
to receive our special guest.
kugira twakire umushitsi muhire.
And you know her.
Muramuzi.
She's well known.
Ati arazwi kabisa.
The special guest of today's event is Honorable Zo Bettison.
Ati umushitsi muhire w'uyu musi mukuru Zo.
Please.
Mumuhamashi. Welcome.
Murakoze cyane. Put your hands together.
Thank you, thank you.
For this special occasion, I will ask our interpreter, probably in short, to interpret what Honorable Zo gonna say, so that the message can be received in the same way.
All right. Thank
Honorable
you.
Zo, it's your time.
Thank you.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Kigoroba chiza kuri twese.
I'm absolutely delighted to join you here for the 63rd Day of Independence of Burundi.
Ati n'umusigira gatatu maze gutumirwa kuza gufatanya namwe guhimbaza umunsi nk'uyu.
Can I recognize your President Emmanuel?
Ati President Emmanuel.
And to Remy, who is here from the national organisation.
Ati yaje ngaha kuva zakoramwo.
Delighted to recognise Rose and African Communities Council and the many other leaders in the room, and Tanya and Matt, my fellow
n'abayobozi
colleagues.
bose bavuye mu makomite atandukanye.
So when we come together for independence,
Mu gihe tuza hamwe guhimbaza umunsi wo kwikukira,
it is our opportunity to recognise those that made the ultimate sacrifice for democracy and for the independence of your country.
ati nakanya keza ko guhimbaza kandi tugatahura abitangiye kugira igihugu ico cyose kironke umwidegemvyo.
And of course, when we do that, we recognise history.
Ati mu gihe dukora ivyo turatahura akahise.
And we recognise how important it is for us to reflect and remember.
Ati kandi tugatahura ukuntu tubibona kandi n'ukuntu tuvyibuka.
But I want to talk to you about a more serious issue here in South Australia.
Ati reka ndababwire inkuru iri seriye nga muri Australia, South Australia.
The African Communities Council, supported by government, did a report talking about increasing incarceration rates of African youth.
Ati leta ya Australia hamwe na community y'abanyafrika ngaha barayaga bakaraba ukuntu bo duza ukuntu bobandanya bafasha community zacu.
And last year in the budget, there was $2.5 million put towards the Empowering African Youth program.
Ati mu mwaka uheze hari imiliyoni 2.5 zatanzwe kugira bahimirize ugwaruka rw'abanyafrika mu bintu vy'inkino vy'imipira.
We did this because we recognize we need to be there closer to our young people.
Ati dukora ibi kubera turatahura yuko ni ngombwa tube hafi y'abantu bose.
And in 6 high schools in the north, we are running out the village program.
Ati muri high school aha muri mu buseruko twaraburiwe mu bintu vya programa nk'ivyo.
Mentoring, coaching, counselling, one-on-one case management for our young African youth.
Mu bintu vyo guhanura, gutera intege, ibintu vya mentoring ku bintu vy'ugwaruka cane cane.
Because we want them to succeed.
Ati tubikoriko kubera tugomba ko nabo hogira ico bishikanyeko.
Because we want them to finish school.
Ati tubigira kugera bahiza amashure yabo.
And we want to acknowledge sometimes people have complex lives.
Sorry, I missed that.
Challenges in their life.
Ati ivyo vyose biba kubera turatahura yuko abantu baca mu bintu bigoye mu buzima bwabo.
And we recognize that trauma doesn't always go away just because you live here.
Kandi turatahura yuko kahise k'umuntu kabi kabandanya kamuzamo nigahera ngo naho uba ngaha.
This program has been very well received and is supported by Football South Australia, Basketball South Australia, Stars and Mission Australia.
Ati iyi programa yarakiriwe neza ni migwi y'inkino zitandukanye, basketball, football, bose aha muri South Australia.
The African Communities Council has also been supported with funding for the next 4 years.
Ati na community y'abanyafrika nabo nyene barimwo mu izo programa mu kiringo c'imyaka 4 yose.
I was incredibly proud that when the community stepped forward to say, we need your help.
Ati kuvyukuri byaranejereje kubona community ifata intambwe yo kuvuga ati turakeneye imfashanyo zanyu.
This intensive, positive program is happening here in the north.
Ati izo programa zose ziko ziba ngaha muri north kandi zirabandanya neza cyane.
Now,
ubu rero,
on a happier note, I was so proud when we celebrated Africa Day this year in the Parliament.
Ati narishimye bimwe bikomeye turiko turahimbaza umunsi wa Afrika mu nzu y'ibishinga amateka.
That my guest performers were none other than the Burundian drummers.
Ati ivyabimbaye cyane ntago byari bindi byose ariko zari ngoma z'abarundi ngaha.
Your community was represented and did an amazing job.
Ati community yanyu kweri barayiserukiye kandi bakoze ibintu bishemeje cyane.
2 more things. We've just released our budget and the Malinauskas Labor government has put an additional $20 million into multicultural affairs.
Oh, wow. Wow. Hari nandi mahera ngana ku miliyoni 200 nayo nyene muri budget nayo nyene yarekuwe kugira zibandanye zifasha mu bintu za community nk'ivyo.
And that money is for community facilities.
Ati ayo mahera afasha ku bintu vya facility inyubako ibintu nk'ivyo za communities.
I know many groups want their own place.
Ati ndazi imigwi myinshi abifuza ko baba bafise ahabo.
But the cost of land is very expensive.
Ariko ubutaka burazimvye.
And the government wants to assist you to get there.
Ati leta irafasha kugira mushikeyo naho bizimvye.
On a final note, I want to invite you to a party.
Ati icanyuma ngomba ndabatumire ku musi mukuru party.
On the 23rd of November, the Multicultural Festival will happen in the city.
Muri ni munyonyo Novembre itaki 23 nagomba ndabatumire mu munsi mukuru wa festival uzoba.
It is a free event and more than 10,000 people come along.
Ati birategekanya ko abantu barenga ibihumbi 10 ko bazoza.
Let's make sure the Burundian community is represented.
Ati tugira ibishoboka Burundian community yuko yoserukirwa mu uwo munsi mukuru.
Now, last but not least,
Ati icyanyuma tari cyanyuma.
let me recognize my husband.
Ati reka ndabereka umushinga ntahe wanje.
When I come to these nights, I come not just as Minister for Multicultural Affairs,
Ati mu gihe nza nko mu majoro nkaya sinza nko mu ministry gusa nkuko munzi.
but as a member of the wider African community.
Ati inza nk'umwe muri mwebwe muri African community. Thank you.
Happy Independence Day. Thank
Ati
you.
mugire umunsi wo kwikukira mwiza. Thank you. Thank you.
Murakoze cyane.
Thank you so much.